Back to the fence, and that's gone.
There it is. Ace to win the set. It's caught. 20-10 touchdown.
This is going to be in the gap.
Yes! Score! Go to deflection. The Ann Arbor Huskies win their first state championship.
Yeah, for the Royals, it'll be Parker DeShane and Brandon Swanson and Klickenberg up front. And on the defense, we'll talk a lot about defense. Nolan Jurtis and Caden Olson. In net tonight will be Wyatt Knott. He'll get his fourth start of the season. And then for Anoka, Trevor Lang, Caden Sokup, Will Cedarstrand, Mason Beaver, Pavachak, and then in net is Lauren Lafferty.
Off a nice 4-1 win over Stillwater in their last outing. A team that certainly has a lot of juice, Jim, and has shown so here throughout the season. They are a team that really has some great scoreability from that back line. Bringing it up here is Kreckelberg. Kreckelberg moves it in at the half wall, holding the zone. Just inside the blue line, the deflection in front. Getting just enough of a stick on that was Wamka, and a nice save by Lafferty. In front centering, goes through the slot there and all the way back, forcing the defense of the Royals. Trying to catch on an exchange here, a stretch pass. Kreckelberg, again, another look there. Wamka. And it drifts back through neutral ice. Good defensive pressure here by the Tornadoes. Working the stick behind, wide Knott moves it up and then back out in front between the face-off circles. Chance here now. Again, a case there for the defense, Jim, for the Royals. They got a blue line that loves to stay active, and that was Kurtz on that play.
Yeah, if you look at their blue line, they've got Jurvis and Olsen, two very, very good. But you follow up with Kurtz and Heber. They both have over 10 points. This is a potent blue line for the Royals.
In the last outing for Anoka, they have shown that they can put the puck in the net. 6 goals.
Yeah.
Tied for their team high of a 6-0 win versus South St. Paul earlier this season, and no other than Ms. Lafferty between the pipes for that shutout, and the only shutout this season for Anoka. And again, put up a 6-pack in that game for the win. A carry in now, works the odd, works wide. The defense that leaks by, unable to catch up. One-timer attempt under the stick, shot from the near point. Stick to the side by Lafferty. Back out front, no one home at the blue line, and Knott will come out to help out.
Yeah, Coach Jay Brown talked about how active his defensemen were, and we saw that there as Nolan Jurtis snuck down, really crept down, and tried to bring it back to the point, nobody home.
If you're a forward, you got to keep up with the defensemen on this team, as they like to bring some pressure and a lot of confidence. Unable to hold the zone this time, most all the way back, at least to center ice. And controlled there by Sorrento. Now dropped in, flops in, back again here for Anoka. They take it deep back behind their net. Try to work their way up ice. Cannot hit the outlet pass. It forces Rogers back. They'll wave off the ice. Get a look here again. Coming off a win between the pipes is not that 4-1 win versus Stillwater. To the corner now as Anoka tries to get a little offensive pressure going, unable to sustain any here on that trip in, and sent back in from just inside the red line, forced all the way back. That will bring the ice. 13:42 here left in the first period. Again, 12-6-2 for the Royals. The Tornadoes 3-18-1.
Rogers had a little bit of a hiccup. They lost their last 2 out of 3. You mentioned getting back on the winning track against Stillwater. And chance for Anoka to kind of put their mark on the Northwest Suburban, strong play today.
Tornadoes bothered by a lot of injuries and illnesses throughout the season. Of course, their goaltenders have certainly seen a lot of biscuits this year as well. Majority of the games close to at least 40 shots on goal. And no evident than a tough loss in their last outing, 10-6 when you can put up 6. And the opponent puts up those 10 goals. That's a lot of shots on goal. In fact, close to 40 in that game as well. A carry in here inside as Rogers trying to dial up some pressure. Collision just below us as we lost sight there. Check put on by Olsen. I mean, they go back and forth. They've got some high power speed from that blue line, and it marries well. Now picking up the loose puck on the exchange. Sends it to the corner. That's, again, Caden Olsen. Olsen with 13 assists on the season. Tangled up. Still trying to knock it loose. Sticking skates in that corner. They're going to let him play. Pinching in, but not able to hold the zone. Rogers, and now back the other way. Anoka brings some single player pressure. No support there as Teddy Michalis heads to the bench. They look up, so does the stick come up with the eyes, and they go over the top on an outlet pass there for Anoka. And we'll get a whistle for the offside. 12:08 remaining here, first period.
I'll tell you what, you mentioned Mason Wonka had an opportunity for score. Great defense on this last job on Teddy Michalis, as he was able to stand his ground right at the blue line.
That first line for the Rogers Royals, fined for 26 goals. That comes from Deschain, Swanson, and Kreckelberg. Top of the face-off circle now, trying to settle the puck and work it in deep. That is Cheslock. Unable to do anything with it. An outlet pass misses everyone. We'll get another whistle here in ice on the outlet pass missed that time by the Tornadoes, who this season had a tough one as they've been outscored 41-117 on the season, especially in that first period, 37-11.
Yeah, the first line has done a nice job. You've got Cedarstrom, Sokop, and Lang all with over 10-point double digits in points.
Look to the corner. Rogers unable to beat Anoka to the dig out in that corner, and Anoka matriculates the way out. Brunner there. Held, and now skating in the Tornadoes. Unable to get sustainable pressure. Putting on a skating display there is Jurtis. Some speed. The junior. 5 goals and for 24 assists on the season for the junior blue liner for the Royals. Jurtis picks it right back up again. Ends it up ice, half wall, shot here deflects to the netting.
You know, what's amazing is so far we are 6 minutes and 10 seconds, and Anoka really has not had much puck possession at all. And just these offensive zone times that they have a chance, they've got to win the faceoff and get an opportunity in front of that net.
Rogers so quick to the puck and quick to get around the puck, Jim. It's almost like they're going to pickpocket it off your stick if you keep it there that long. And now here come Rogers working it up, a good speed. Now far side, dropped in, Dangles takes a wrister, beautiful glove save. Hashtag FTL, flashing the leather on a beautiful save by Lauren Lafferty.
Kreckenberg comes in, he waits, he waited for his line mate to get past, and then he rips it right on.
5 goals, 16 assists on the season for Kreckelberg. Faceoff will come just to the left of Lafferty. Collision ensues in that corner. Kreckelberg trying to get that puck back, but Anoka rings it up along the board. Cannot control, so it goes to the near point, held in by Rogers. They'll give chase and work their magic. They're behind the net. Deschain there. Now at the near point. Hauser dangles, little toe drag, gets around the defense, beautiful shot, kick pad to the corner by Lafferty. Back out front now, far side. Jurtis has it, Jurtis now backhands it, goes to the half wall. Kreckelberg centers, pickpocket it in the right spot, right time. Anoka there defensively, but then losing an edge going to the corner, and that gives Rogers a chance to hold the zone again and apply some more pressure. up between the face-off circles. This one will go length of the ice, and 9:43 remaining in this first period. The face-off will come all the way back into the Anoka end of the ice.
Joe, one of the things that is pretty amazing, the evolution of the Rogers hockey team. They moved up to AA in 2012. They were part of the Mississippi 8 for a number of years, then moved to the Northwest Suburban in 2019, and they've won the last 2 years. They're the two-time defending champion. They've got to win the rest of the 2 games, and then hope for some help to repeat as Maple Grove and Centennial and Andover all a stair above them.
Firing at the blue line to send it deep. Fierce race to that puck, and Anoka had it momentarily, but then, Jim, as you mentioned, they get it pickpocketed at center ice. Cross ice, high slot, shot. Oh, I thought that went between the pads. A beautiful save. Boy, they've had some good looks, and that time it was certainly another good look for the Royals in Wonka.
Well, one of the key things, Lafferty just hasn't given up rebounds out front. She's kicked him to the corner, or she's been able to hang on to the puck. She's done a nice job so far tonight.
Makes another save. As soon as Anoka gets that puck, it's like they're bracketed in that corner. Good pressure again. Forechecking Vukic. Vukic had it low and then deflected. A good look for Weiss. And they'll freeze the puck. Weiss with 13 goals, 6 assists.
The Royals' offense is constant movement. There's no one in the same spot for very long, and it is definitely energy spent when you're on defense.
Just under 9 to play. Thanks for joining us on this QCTV sports presentation. Joe rolling along with Jim Childs, J&J for the next 2 games. We get a chance to get a look at the Champlin Park Rebels boys squad taking on Duluth East tomorrow night at the Forum. Off the face-off here, and that's the other component. They've been able to win a lot of face-offs. One-timer, that hits the side of the net. It kicks right back out. Good job of digging in and holding that zone there by Curtis. Moving up again to the blue line. Checked out now. They'll reset, will the Royals, and ignite that speed game. It's in the corner, now center, a good look again. I'm not sure if that made it to Lafferty, but it caroms to the corner. Anoka trying to work their way out, and you can certainly feel that the Royals are playing down here in this first period. Rister cannot find its way through. Loose, turns, fires. There's a look. And this one is carrying back out to the corner. Continuing to buzz. Balloose there for Rogers, still on the ice with a couple of good looks. Now a backhand just to clear it through the zone. Trying to corral and get to that puck was Trevor Lang, the captain for the Tornadoes. He'll head to the bench. I'll tell you, with this Rogers team, it's like, I don't think you can do anything slow. It's contagious, right?
Yeah, it really is. You've got to match their energy, their intensity, if you want to stay in this game.
They dial it up again. Another rushing one-timer, missed the net. A good look that time once again, and that was for Swanson. This sent back, they're going to say deflected. They wave off the ice as we approach 7 minutes to go here in this opening period. Long pass to center ice, picked up on the rebound by Swanson. He'll carry in, try to split the defense. Puck comes loose here for Anoka. And now they work it back up. At least the center ice on a missed outlet pass there. Another run in. One-timer trying to go 5-hole. Beautiful save. Gets the rebound. Scores for the Royals. And that's going to be Brandon Swanson. 1-0 lead for the Rogers.
Well, we just talked about those rebounds. Initial good save by Lafferty initially, but a rebound went right back to Swanson. Swanson buried it at that time. He shot right from the high slot, lands right back on his stick. He puts it right past Lafferty, and the seal is broken.
13th goal of the season for Brandon Swanson. A little pushing and shoving behind the play. As Vukic was getting ready to take the draw, he's removed from the face-off circle, and Replaced there by Weiss. Shot deflect off the pad. Leading scorer of the season in terms of goals. Now tied for that lead is Weiss and Swanson with 13. A very balanced team here for the Rogers Royals. And that certainly pays dividends. Left in front to another snipe opportunity. Goes over the top by Wonka. A good look there. Tangling behind. Tries the center. There was Anoka, at least to defuse that scoring opportunity. That was Fulster. Now a rush coming back the other way. Trying to get something going. That's Mason Beaver. Beaver unable to get that shot on net, then back behind the other side. Far side, dropped off near the dot of the face-off circle. Couldn't pull the trigger on the shot and knocked to the ice that time was the Rogers forward, and we'll get ourselves our defenseman Sorrentino. Face-off again in the Anoka end. 1-0 lead. On the goal.
Yeah, Sorrentino just couldn't flatten that puck to get that passed over. Another 3-on-2 odd man situation for the Royals.
Off the skates. They'll recircle at center ice. Deflects back out, giving chase is Lang. Lang, the senior, with 5 goals and 8 assists for the Tornadoes. Carey in now. Looks to drop. And now back out to neutral ice. Johnston had it, tried to carry it in initially. He'll try to catch up with it at the half wall. But now picked up some momentum as Sukup.
Sukup's been battling all this first period. He's kind of been the heart of Anoka.
7 goals, 6 assists for Caden Sukup, a junior. Working back again, trying to reset. Trying to sustain that pressure here, but I tell you, the quickness and the burst speed here by Rogers, they're tough to trap, tough to track, and now carrying it out. Full head of steam is Duchesne. Duchesne going coast to coast, tries to lift a backhand just over the shoulder of Lafferty there. He just missed the net to the corner. Digging it out is that Kreckelberg. Duchesne again collides, unable to hold the zone. It splits the defenders for Rogers. Getting the stick right back on it. Jaden Kurtz whistles it back, tries to jump in. Nice job of covering. Kurtz gets back with the backhand to clear. He'll step in here and get a good look. Fakes the shot, moves in, goes low, rebound, and a beautiful scoop up. Beautiful pad save. Puck squirted up, and Lafferty scooped it up cleanly, Jim, because boy, the Royals were there hounding, looking for that rebound.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing that the whistle blew. I think Aiden Soli. Did I say that right, Joe?
You did.
Okay, all right. Soli. Yeah, I think he got nipped by that puck as it came off the glass. Still out there.
Back behind now, Weiss. Through it to now down low, circling. Good job here by Anoka to carry out. And that's the problem. That second pass, they're just having trouble completing a second pass and consecutive ones out. Knocked to the ice. Anoka back will come for Rogers. And one of those dangerous bouncing pucks by Kurtz that takes 2 hops and puts it to the pads of Lafferty. Lauren Lafferty, 1-9 this season, and the goals against of 5.35. The lone shutout for the Tornadoes this year, and their 6-0 win over South St. Paul.
That was like a Texas leaguer that just kind of bounced right in front. Just never know which way it's going to go with that puck.
Mounting more pressure here. Any gap, they're winning the race to the puck, and again hold the Browns on the far point. Since then, Davis there has it again inside the blue line. His 24 assists, you can see why. He puts everything right near the net. Has some good eyes, turns, fires there, and a high slot, knocked to the ice. Kreckelberg, and finally sent back length of the ice.
Boy, Lafferty's having a game. Boy, she's on it right now.
Could have let that one go, but quickly tried to transition that into a scoring, or at least a good odd man rush for Rogers. And now a little pressure here by the Tornadoes. one and done. Reciprocating the rush back the other way. Again, it's just Shane. Whistles one over the top to the glass. He's in the corner trying to dig it out. A backhand. One-timer misses, going for that far post and an attempt there by Sorrentino. A skate out and a chance here. Controls, move it to the corner. Looks to center, but it rolls off the stick of the Tornado defenseman, Mortensen. Here's a one-timer. Fanning here as it's just inside the top of the face-off circle. And a race to the puck. Heckenberg will get there first. Nope, correct that. Hustling back again is Mortensen. Mortensen tries to move it up to a forward just beyond the red line. And now on the stick for Rogers. Moving in, trying to feed a cutter in front that time. Good look. Balous with a look. Balous tangled in that corner on the check. Gets by. Good pressure there by Nedlin. Nedlin with 3 assists on the season for the Tornadoes. They lift this thing length of the ice. And Jim, the story with this Rogers team is they're still missing about 3-4 solid players, including one coming back from South Korea in Cole Baumgartner, as he's with the Youth Olympic USA team as they picked up a championship win. Was it yesterday or the day before? A 4-0 win over Czechia.
Yeah, they had a chance. They got a little extra jewelry. Also missing Mason Jensen and Jackson Smithnick. Both those will be back in by the time sections rolls around, maybe next week even.
Smithnick commit to Colorado College. Jensen, Ohio State.
That's some nice weapons to have back.
And you want to make sure, hey, they're healthy, because we'll talk about the sections here as we go to the second period as well. But it's a 1-0 game here. It could be a lot worse if not for the outstanding goaltending by Lafferty. Just under 45 to play, and Rogers is going to try to get an on-man rush at the blue line. Kicked in, now back, trying to feed it across. Good defensive play to disrupt that pass across the far wing. We had a clean first period of penalties up until now, and getting the gate will be number 14 for the Rogers, and that'll be Caden Olsen. So Anoka will get this game's first power play opportunity. 35 ticks left in this first period. Let's see if they can do some damage and knot this game up. Got one apiece before the intermission.
The penalty kill for the Rogers Royals is probably the one thing that you might have a chance if they're 25.5% on. 76% on penalty kill.
Speed of Kreckelberg loves that open ice. Almost a chance for a shorty, but getting back there. Nice defensive play for the Tornadoes, and now they skate in control with the man advantage. A wrister just to the midsection and will not allow that goal. Into the midsection for Wyatt. Knott ties it up, and 6 seconds left here in this first period. 1-0 lead for the Royals of Rogers.
You've got 6 seconds. You've got your best line out there. Hopefully you can get a shot and a quick rebound. Soak up with the centering. We'll end the period with that.
Soak up off that faceoff. Had chance, couldn't get that pass back. We are at the end of one when we return for that second period in the start. It'll still be 1:26 left on the man advantage for the Anoka Tornadoes. One goal here in the first period, and that was scored by Brandon Swanson. For Rogers, they have a 1-0 lead. I'm Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs. We are going to return for the second period here in just a moment. Stay with us.
Club started 2 years ago and was basically inspired by my own children to have a club at the school that I knew that they would definitely like, as they're not that into sports and things of that nature. So I wanted to create something that I know my family would like. The games that we provide are not like the ones that they'll necessarily find at home. We don't do Monopoly or categories or things like that. We do Tiny Epic Dinosaurs and Hues and Clues and Snake Oil, which is what they're playing in the background right now for the games, to kind of broaden the perspectives and show what else is out there, that there really is a game out there for everyone.
I would say it's a fun experience to play games with your friends and meet new people that maybe just like not people that you know that would play some different games, and you also get to learn a bunch of new games that you probably haven't heard of.
Club's a lot of fun. We play various types of games, from board games to card games. It's a real open atmosphere. You won't feel any kind of criticism about any part of you.
In like 5 years, I see the club expanding. Hopefully more kids come, bring more games, expand horizons.
There's been days when they aren't up for gaming, they just need a safe place to be. We're open to it. You know, they just want to be here around friends that are, you know, weird like them. That's awesome too.
The best part of the club is just getting to sit down and play board games with other people and make new relationships.
Club is having fun with my friends, being idiots and just being silly within the games.
So especially in this day and age where, you know, it's all available, but still really scary having a place that you know that you can go to that is going to be safe, that is going to be welcoming, and you know, you can be with the other weirdos that you want to be with, which was really hard to find when I was younger. I think it's incredibly important. Well, I'm hoping with more people, I'm hoping to get our word out more that such a place exists, and that, you know, people can come play games, and possibly, you know, in 5 years, maybe even create our own games based off of the games that we've been playing and stuff like that.
Come and have fun. Like, that's really all there is. Come play games and have fun.
Heading down West River Road in Champlin, you may notice some construction happening at the Chandler Park site. Hey, that construction is an effort to provide additional parking and will make a significant improvement to the Mississippi Crossings development area. The Mississippi Crossings proved to be a fun, exciting, and beautiful addition to the community in 2023. The construction at Chandler Park will provide more parking opportunities going into 2024. To stay up to date, be sure to follow QCTV as well as the City of Champlin for all updates related to construction in your community.
Roundup for Change is a program that was implemented by the Anoka City Council in 2012 and is administered by our utility billing department. What the program does is it rounds up a customer's utility bill to the nearest whole dollar. These funds, which could be as little as 1 cent to as much as 99 cents per month, are collected and then donated to local organizations to help people in our customers' communities. A single customer will never donate more than 99 cents per month, and on average, it's around 50 cents per month per customer that's collected. As of now, we currently have about 40% of our 12,800 customers that are enrolled in the program. At an annual donation of $6 per customer, this helps to raise around $30,000 a year. The organizations receiving these funds are selected by the Anoka City Council. They have established that the organizations should provide basic human needs such as food, shelter, and clothing. Cross services in Rogers, community emergency assistance programs, which serve our customers in Champlin and Dayton, split the donations received from our Hennepin County customers. The donations received from Anoka County customers in Anoka, Coon Rapids, and Ramsey are split equally between ACBC Food Shelf, Alexandra House, and Anoka Community Mission. We know based on information from the food shelves that 1 in 12 Minnesotans and 1 in 8 children face food insecurity each day. This could mean skipping a meal to pay for gas or medications, or just not having access to make good food choices. Our customers can make a big impact on people in their communities by donating just a few cents each month. Customers can enroll in the Roundup for Change program in a few different ways. The first would be new customers who call in to set up service would be asked by our billing utility reps if they would like to enroll in this program. A few options for existing customers would be to call or email our utility billing reps, visit the City of Anoka's website at anokaminnesota.com, or they're always welcome to stop into City Hall, located at 2015 First Avenue, and sign up in person.
Hi there, I'm Cameron Kaitonen, City of Andover Natural Resources Technician. I'm here to talk about the Nature Preserve Commission, formerly known as the Open Space Advisory Commission, which is an advisory board to the City Council. This group is primarily tasked with management and maintenance decisions of the 4 nature preserves in the City of Andover. This group was originally formed in 2006 to help decide what properties to purchase after the approved $2 million bond referendum that same year. After that referendum went through, the group helped to decide on 4 preserves that were purchased. The group is also tasked with looking at potential funding options for potentially buying new land in the city. The group generally meets quarterly on the second Wednesday of the month at around 6 p.m. So beginning in November, December, we will be looking for new members to the group. There will be information in the November, December edition of the city newsletter, which will outline the application process and instructions for if you are interested in applying. So if you are interested in the outdoors, interested in being a part of the community and working along with the City of Andover, and also would like to meet new people, this might be a great opportunity for you.
Hi, I'm Jason Baumuk, and I'm the Parks and Streets Operations Manager here at the City of Andover. The City of Andover is a growing community, and the Park and Recreation play a vital role in the residents' quality of life and well-being. Resident volunteers serving on the Park and Recreation Commission have been an invaluable asset in growing our park system to over 67 city parks with 32 miles of trail connecting them all together. Most recently, the Commission has been responding to residential development within the city by planning for neighborhood parks and advising the City Council on other related topics such as park improvements and recreation. The Commission also promotes recreational programming within Andover's parks by working with the youth athletic associations to provide excellent facilities for games, practices, and tournaments, and events such as hosting movies in the park. If you are interested in serving on the Park and Recreation Commission, please fill out an advisory commission application form available on the City of Andover website. Applicants should have an interest in public policies, a willingness to learn, and good problem solving and communication skills. Meetings are held the first and third Thursdays of every month at 6 p.m. in the council chambers here at Andover City Hall. So feel free to stop into a Park and Recreation meeting to see what it's all about.
QCTV is proud to announce award recognition for 2022, including 10 Telly Awards, and 2 ACM Hometown Media Awards. QCTV is dedicated to providing high-quality content for our community. We are grateful for the support, and we look forward to another exciting year here at QCTV. Champlin's 5th annual trout ice fishing contest is coming up on Saturday, February 10th. Registration will be open on January 9th, and the event will cap at 500 participants, so be sure to get registered early. The Champlin Trout Ice Fishing Contest is a great community event and is open to all ages. As always, there will be prizes and raffles, so again, be sure to mark your calendars to register on January 9th, and the event will be held on February 10th. For more information, be sure to visit Champlin's website for event rules and parking maps. Hey, get out there and get registered, and we'll see you on the ice on February 10th.
Hi, this is Cole with Anoka County Ship, and I have a question for you. When was the last time you moved from your seat? Movement makes all the difference in living the healthiest life you can, especially if you're working from home or the office where you're probably sitting down all day. So whether it's getting up for a cup of coffee or walking over to check out the window, a little bit of movement can make a lot of difference for your health. So get up and get moving with Anoka County Ship every day at goanokacounty.org. Thanks.
'Twas the morning after snowfall before the plows arrived. Not a person was out, they all stayed inside. The kids ran to the window, the dog almost trampled, filled with excitement because school was just canceled. They grabbed jackets and mittens and bolted outside. We must free the hydrant, they all cried. They shoveled 3 feet around and the hydrant was free, keeping snow at a good distance in case of emergency.
Well, there he is. The man, the myth, the legend, Joe.
There's Brian Gertis, son playing defense here for
And the voice of the
Rogers. You got it. The Rogers hockey squad, Nolan Gertis, a junior. And, of course, the 1-goal lead here for Rogers is where we stand after one completed, Jim. And 17-2 shots on goal. It seemed worse than that, but I'll tell you, who's been impressive has been Lafferty in goal.
She's kept Anoka in it. And to be honest, Anoka's got a great opportunity. They're coming off, the period with a power play, and they've got 1:26 seconds left to see if they can tally and tie it up. The longer they're in it, the more the chance of victory it is. If they can keep faith that they can score and get ahead, this could be a very, very tight game against a very good hockey team.
Absolutely. You build a little bit more confidence. It was here, the Anoka, a tough 10-6 loss to Robbinsdale Armstrong Cooper in that game. It was just earlier this week. 2 goals for Sukup, 2 goals for Nedlin. And again, that was the highest output for goals for Anoka at 6 goals. Tied with their 6-0 win over St. Louis, South St. Paul in their shutout win earlier this year. Meanwhile, for Rogers, they're trying to stack a win here, Jim.
Yeah.
They've got the one going. They've been having some players out. Another player with tonsillectomy and some surgery there with Smitneck, but he'll be back. Still without Mason Jensen and also Cole Bumgardner coming back from South Korea. But hey, they need this one also to kind of start stacking those wins, because as this second period goes on, we'll talk more about action.
Well, I think there was one of the comments that was made by Coach Brown was, peaking at the right time, and he felt like his team's last couple years have not paid. Oh, look here.
Chance to tie this up in a pad. Save, kicked out by Knott. Will Cedarstrand tried to pick up his 9th goal of the season. Again, they come out with that man advantage still now in existence for the next 1:08. They did the 2 things they needed to win the faceoff and put a solid shot on and almost squeezed that under the pads of Knott. Unable to hold his own. Anoka, this will force them all the way back. There's Mason Beaver. He'll pick it up behind his own net and try to engineer the power play. Power play on the season at 14% for Anoka. They kick it up. Good cut. Crossover here. Beaver now puts it right onto the stick of Cedarstrand. Cedarstrand rings it to the boards. Far side is Trevor Lang, who controls it at half wall. Collision near the corner on the backhand. Gertis on that collision, and they try to move it up unable to do so. Good pressure here, sustaining it. Anoka with a good look off the rebound. Flopped high in the air and just in the high slot. Shot from this near point hits traffic. Shot was taken by Beaver, and it's dispensed Lake of the Ice with just a couple of seconds left on the man advantage. Picking it up short side. Oh, tried to casually put that, stuff it back by. Was a chance there for Rogers and denied. That would have actually been an even strength goal just as he pulled the trigger. Swanson on that loose puck in front.
Yeah, what a good opportunity for the Royals there.
Moving back through, here's Duchesne. Now loose puck, pouncing, prodded, and Flattery holds on to that. Lafferty, and I accidentally just said Flattery because I found it to be
Flattery.
Yes, her goaltending has been stunning. She has faced a variety of high, hot snipes. Face-off comes just to the right of Lauren Lafferty. Cross ice. Now they'll skate out control, trying to headman it. A deflection goes on goal on the initial outlet look to the forward. So,
you know, the other thing that we haven't talked about is 2 shots on net for Wyatt Knott, and you know, he just hasn't had any action. Now he's going to start feeling it a little bit with Anoka starting to get some pressure on him.
Looking again, trying to find a opportunity here through the neutral ice, catching up with the puck. Now trying to center, unable to connect. That time with Swanson. Initially started there by Duchesne. This floats back onto the stick of Gertis. Gertis, tape-to-tape pass from behind the red line to the blue line to Duchesne. It's dismantled there. Nice play by the defense of Anoka. Back to the far point. One time over near side. Gertis puts this shot on through traffic, almost squeaking it between the pads. But a beautiful job of closing it up and making that save. That was a lot of activity.
It certainly was. And again, really the only tough rebound that Lafferty's given up is the goal that was scored. Everything else she has been able to kick aside or been able to freeze the puck. Impressive night so far.
Goodness, Lauren, I'll tell you, a couple of quick tips. A great shot by Gertis with all that traffic. He takes another one, and that one is deflected, and she closes the pad on that, Lauren. Lafferty, unbelievable between the pipes here. She's made some acrobatic saves. Rogers has to move it beyond the blue line. Checked and stood up right at the blue line. Nice place there by Pender. And kicking it back, and a quick goal from a unfortunate angle there. And Rogers jumps out now to a 2-0 lead.
Keaton Weiss with a snipe right inside the circle and went right over the blocker and scored in that, as you would say, up where the peanut butter sits.
You know, 14th goal of the season for Weiss. I know Keaton's brother, who played a couple of years with the Minnesota Blue Ox. Success there, but Weiss takes it top shelf, and I'll tell you, that's about the way you're going to have to beat Lafferty tonight with that type of shot. Olsen picks up his 14th assist of the season, does Caden. And just as we were mentioning earlier, Swanson tied Weiss for the team leading goals here with 13. Now Weiss races right back out in front. Weiss with a couple of goals in the last win versus Stillwater. Here's a missile by Gertis just over the top of the crossbar. Kreckelberg trying to work it free in the corner. Now it's a chance for the Tornadoes to try to settle the puck. I'll tell you, one goal, Jim, and they cut this deficit in half.
Yeah.
And they've been close. That opening face-off here to start the second period almost tied it up on the attempt. Now a work shot from above the dot, face-off, and the rebound comes back out. This one sent back out to center ice. It's controlled and held on there by Hauser. Cross ice, puts it on the stick of Duchesne. Duchesne will carry it. He's got a couple of support. Good kick out save, and there for the rebound. And another save made again here by Lafferty. You took the ideal shot, Jim. Lowe got the pad, had the winger on the far side ready to fill in, and She made that save. Back here, shot from the dot here. That's diffused by a nice defensive play. Getting down to disrupt that was Anoka. Another shot. Tying up just inside the blue line. Whistling one, that time by Kurtz. And Lafferty will freeze the puck.
One of the most overused, well, it's not overused, but get pucks on nets. And that's one thing that the Rogers Royals have done tonight is just get the puck on the net. See if you get a rebound. And Lafferty's been on a nice job.
They have been doing a heavy dose of puck hunting, have the Royals. 12:20 to play here in the second period. A first period that saw Rogers outshoot Anoka.
Oh, what a save.
17-2, and a beautiful save again. She is putting on a goaltending clinic. Tonight is Lauren Lafferty. I mean, these are quality looks and shots. Purely impressed. Back out just beyond the blue line, losing an edge. There's a chance there for Anoka. Could not pounce on that puck in time as Beaver sends it across, and then that deflection sends it just beyond the blue line. Into the corner now. Drop back, pinching in. Kreckelberg unable to hold the zone. Hustling over to gather it. Rogers, and that was Vukic, and misses on the pass, and we'll get a whistle for the ice. It's 11:36 to play.
You know what I think's impressive about these Royals is they just don't get driven off the puck. They're able to get to, even when Anoka plays the body, they're still strong enough to stay out with that puck. This is going to be a tough out in the when it comes to Section 5 playoffs.
Chance now working by, good speed, burst through, tucks it by, a beautiful goal. And a chance there, and taking advantage was Weiss. He tucked that away in the sock drawer for the goal. Just beautiful reach, puck control. Keaton Weiss, goal number 2 on the night.
And probably more impressive is the speed that he used to be able to get around the defenseman for Anoka. And literally just left him in the dust.
Goal number 15 for Weiss and goal number 3 for Rogers here tonight. And he came in, like you said, Jim, unrelentless with that speed, fired right by, smoke. Showed that backhand, streaked across, and because of the reach was able to tuck that thing low side, and as I mentioned, tuck it in the sock drawer corner.
So Olsen gets his 3rd assist of the night.
Unbelievable. 16 assists for Caden Olsen this season. In front, player down, a little slow to get up. Here's a shot that's deflected. We'll get the whistle, and
I think that's Caden Weiss again. He's getting all the headlines tonight.
I didn't see what transpired. That put him down on the ice, but nonetheless, they'll change out and give him a couple of minutes to kind of regroup. One thing this Rogers team does not need is any more injuries here as they get ready for postseason.
Well, you see how important Weiss is with the last 2 goals that he scored, with the ability to sharpshoot, and then with the speed. He's up and moving across. It was a collision just right at the faceoff circle.
He certainly packs the juice, and already 2 goals for him in the second period.
Let's see if I think the referees are convening to see if there's a penalty. They're right below us right now.
I think they're talking about me. I can't tell. I can't see where they are, but it's certain.
Let's see. Yeah, they were talking about you, Joe.
They may be whistling you or I as well for that penalty, but I'll tell you, you can't deny the outing. Even it's 3 goals here with 10:54 to go for Rogers has been the outstanding effort by Lauren Lafferty. She came in with a goals against of .870. A 1-9 record, but that's tough to read when you're seeing probably 42, 43 biscuits a game.
We'll see.
And the juniors, so they have it settled here.
So no penalty called. Will return.
Well, then they must have been talking about Logan.
Yeah.
Our camera guy here. They're probably not happy with his performance here tonight either, just to the right of us. Loose puck as Beaver at the blue line. That short pass. And Rogers is pouncing on it, settling it, kicking it out. Far cutter on that side. Couldn't settle the puck. after Kreckelberg made a nice pass. But Jim, you can see this. They just pounce on some of these passes, and you've got to have that good vision down ice when you're playing against this Rogers squad.
You do, and you just you've got to stay focused on who's around you. There's been too many times where they've been just driven off the puck on a quick forecheck.
Back on the ice, you see Nolan Gertis. He's a +20 on the season, a shorthanded goal, 5 power play assists as well on the season. That goes along with his 5 goals and 24 assists. Pushed back, here's chance now for Kurtz. He'll have to revert back to Gertis, and he'll headman it, get it back. Rolls off of his stick. Missing on a check that time was Rogers on the Anoka player. That was Duchesne with that attempt. South of 10 minutes to play, second period, 3-0 lead. Skating in, Gertis once again. He's going to leave it. Has Kreckelberg with him. He's tied up in the corner there by Anoka. Holding the line and trying to put a shot off. A nice save, deflected after that shot by Anoka, and that in Charlie Jensen. Getting back on that puck, first to the puck, move it in, shot here, Shores, it gets through the 5-hole. A greasy goal scored there for Rogers. And number 11, Parker Duchesne, his first of the night.
Gertis with the assist as he came in there, just a nice little pass right into the slot area, and Parker Duchesne made no mistake again.
Almost did not get through as Lafferty got those pads quickly closed up, and that greasy goal is goal number 4 on the night here for Rogers with 9:29 to go. Even strength goals. All 4 here for Rogers. Behind the net, Anoka trying to race back, control that puck and work it out, but still buzzing the face-off circle. Now back up top, circling back is Wonka. Able to hold the zone. Nice reach that time. Done by Hauser. Hauser's a +17 this season. And Rogers again still with it. They send it to the far corner with some open space so they can get set, but now they're on the attack. Vukic tries to disrupt behind the net. Big time check at the half wall also by the Rogers. Even in here, a wrister, pad, save, kicked out, rebound. Incoming for the rebound there was Rogers, and they're knocked to the ice. And Anoka will be able to clear.
But it's, you know, it's tough when you have opportunities like this. Good forecheck right now.
Kicking some pressure now on the backside. Puts it right on the stick. Cheslock. And that line will quickly change out. Fresh skates, fresh legs, you could tell there by Swanson, who darts in. Takes it back out to center ice. Kind of exhales there, and they'll send it right back in again. Will Rogers. Back in the corner, first to the puck, Kreckelberg. Kreckelberg goes to the front of that, darts in. A pad save, well done. Once again by Lafferty. Penalties coming up here on Anoka. We'll get a look at Rogers' power play here in just a moment. Goalie is out. Extra attacker is on at the blue line. It's touched there by Anoka. And number 23, Caden Sukup.
Well, Sukup will go to the box. I think it was a hook, wasn't it?
Maybe you get a hook or an interference.
Oh, nope, rough.
Is this a multiple options on their spots? Let's go. Rough for 200. So.
Oh, for 2 minutes.
Exactly. 4-0 lead. Rogers a chance now to extend that to 0-0. They have come at it full throttle here in the second period after just a 1-0 lead and putting together 17 shots in that first period. Working it around the perimeter, a one-timer. Beautiful tape-to-tape passing. Swanson's shot. Saved by Lafferty. Gertis to the far point. Gertis moves back. Cross ice there, disrupted off the skate of Anoka. Now back to the far point again. Gertis has it, sends it back. Looks a little give and go. Tape to tape. Scores! A little tic-tac-toe from the far point to Gertis down below, and Swanson snaps off a rising wrister and gives Rogers a 5-0 lead on a power play goal.
Yeah, Swanson, his second goal. So what we talked about coming out of the break, Anoka on a power play, only down by 1. It has been all Royals since that penalty expired.
14th goal of the season, as you mentioned, Jim, the second of the night for Swanson. Weiss has matched that. He's got 2 of his own and now has 15 on the season, losing an edge. Trying to kick back up. And that was Hauser. Anoka trying to dial up some pressure here. Into the corner, looks to get the one-time pass out. Getting that stick down. Nicely played by Kurt. He'll skate out, now head man through. Hops off the stick of the Johnston, the Rogers forward. Whistle, and just wide on that goal, and that shot by Anoka. They'll head to the bench on the change. Trying to reciprocate that pressure back. Coming away here for Balous. In front, shot, scores. Oh, that one went top shelf, a snipe. Top shelf with the peanut butter. Gertis with that laser. And we are at boxcars, nothing. 6-0 here now for Rogers.
Well, that one was a snipe. He was patient with it as he kind of was able to get into that high slot. He picked his target, let it rip. Lafferty unable to get a blocker on it.
I barely saw it. I don't know if he even had a chance to see it as it came up here. A good look, as you mentioned, Jim, poised with that puck. For Nolan Gertis, goal number 6 on the season. South of 6 to play and a 6-0 lead. Rogers cuts in here, picks up the loose change. No one to help out Lafferty. And powering in for their 7th goal of the game in the 6th here of the second. That goes to number 21 in Vukic. I'll tell you, Lafferty strong into that blue, and she made the save, but there was no support to help clean up. And Vukic wasted little time on his 5th goal of the season.
Yeah, and to be honest, this is a young Rogers team. This is, you start thinking about it, they've got 4 seniors, and this team is loaded for next year.
To the corner, pursuing. And that's Lang. Lang's a kid that will never give up. In front, trying to deflect traffic there. Save made by Knott. I like the fact they're trying to counter and just get that goal. Some sort of momentum here for Anoka. That first line out there digging at it. It was Cedarstrand to start this second period that had probably the best look of the game to start that second period. Sure, chipping at it again in the blue, freezing that puck and making a save. And you're seeing that from Wyatt. Knott came in with a record of 2-1 this season. 184 minutes. Ties that up, 5 and change to go. 5:03.
So as we get into later in the game and into the third period, we need to start talking about sections, Joe. Both teams are trying to position themselves for sections.
Near side here, carrying in, cross ice. Beautiful pass and a cut. Shows the forehand, goes to the backhand. 8-0 for Rogers, and Swanson picks up the Hattie.
That was a beautiful pass from Duchesne right onto the tape.
But it all started on a pass out of their own end here for Rogers. Tape to tape. And finally another tape pass that Brandon Swanson just streaking in with that speed, Jim.
Yeah. Impressive.
8-0 lead. Rogers continues. More pressure. Duchesne in front. Lafferty makes that save. at the far point. This shot makes its way through. Lafferty with another save after the shot by Caden Olson. You mentioned Olson already. I think you said 3 assists already in the game here for Olson. He may have more. So he's got 16 assists thus far. He's probably going to have more here as we go to the intermission in 4 minutes and 16 seconds. And an 8-0 lead for Rogers. As you mentioned, hey, they got to start dialing it up. You know, some may say, hey, having trouble closing when they do have some scoring opportunities, but it appears they solved that quandary here in the second period.
Yeah, I think, just putting up a 7 spot is not too bad.
Definitely
so
a crooked number. Yeah. Curtis with a shot keeps this low. Peppers bouncing puck coming over from one side of the crease to the other is Lafferty. Trying to clean it up with the backhand was Balous. But Lafferty absorbed a couple of shots, regrouped, went from the left side of the crease to the right side, and smothered that backhand attempt by Balous. And she's got an engine. She won't quit. 4:04 face-off, near side to the far point. This one shimmied just back to the corner. Balous regathers, far point. Again to Gertis, near side. Gertis there in front, knocking on the door in front, trying to deflect was Cheslock, but Lafferty made a clean save. Back again, circling, reversing ice, now sending it back behind the net. Anoka trying to win the race to the puck. Gertis has it. Defense gets the stick down, flutters that thing into the netting, and we'll get a whistle with 3:31 to play here. So just one power play goal for Rogers. The others have come an even strength.
Well, they've only had one power play chance. They're 100% tonight so far on the power play.
And you mentioned a little bit about the sections, Jim, but it's been probably frustrating end of the year for this Rogers squad, as their season's been ended the last couple of seasons by Maple Grove. And chances are they'll probably be one of the top seeds, if not the top seed in that section.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come down to Maple Grove or Centennial for that top seed.
Good look, good pressure. Again, nice save, defense. Now the numbers. 2-on-1 chance here. Anoka. A snipe here, and this one goes to the mid pad, comes loose, and Knott pounces on that one and covers up with 3:05 to play in this second period.
Lang had, like you mentioned, Lang had these shots. He fired it right on. It just went right into the midsection of Knott.
Moving it up, deflects now, carrying it up defensively. Olsen. Poke checked off his stick. Nice play by Anoka. Circling back neutral zone is Sorrentino. Gathering in, near side, trying to swoop behind, looking for someone to pass it to. He'll reverse ice. Kreckelberg, and finds a gap here, then whistles one over the top. Creative spacing that time, and to create a gap by Kreckelberg, but he went over the top, unable to hold his own. Hops the stick of Olsen, trying to get there first and take advantage of that space, and the puck was Lang, but unable to do so.
So as you start looking at Section 5, you'll see Rogers probably a 2 or 3 seed. I don't think they can make it to the 1 seed. I think they're eliminated for that. But really, you've got Maple Grove, Centennial, Rogers, and Champlin Park will be the top 4 seeds most likely. Champlin Park, I think, is a dangerous team there. I think they're underrated, and I think they're just a gritty team. We'll get a chance to see them tomorrow night.
Looking at it again, Rogers, of course, probably one of the toughest schedules this season of all teams in the State High School Hockey League. Goes in, they've tied Shakopee 1-1. Top team as well.
They got a win against Maple Grove, which is uncommon. You know, that 4-1 win back on January 9th.
They doubled up on St. Thomas Academy 4-2 as well, and just a slim loss to Wayzata. So they've got the speed to match up with any team. And now they're closing on these opportunities as well. Pass here just a bit too long. Intended there for Belos. Gather it in, holds the line, moving in. Belos again tries to split the bracket defense there of Anoka. Hacking at it here. Gertis does a good job of holding and feeding it down low to Belos, and Belos puts the shot on, and Lafferty absorbs that save.
Check in on the score for the highlighted match tonight, which is Wayzata against Minnetonka. It's a rematch of the 1-1 tie earlier this year. And I have not seen a score yet.
Rips down below and deflects. Also the Andover girls playing tonight. They're playing in Eden Prairie. Now, Jim, that season has gone by fast.
Jeez.
2 games after tonight. I believe there's just 1 game left for many of the teams, which will take place on Saturday, and then the meetings, I'm guessing, Sunday for the seedings of that section.
Tuesday will be the preliminaries. Quarterfinals probably by Thursday.
Another good look, another good save. Loose out in front. It goes through the blue, and on the backside is Anoka there to send it up to neutral ice. Poking, prodding, trying to get at it there is Soli. Aiden Soli. Working it through. A cross ice pass right on the stick. Fielded there. That's Virkic. Vilkic has a goal already. He turns, fires, goes high. I caught everyone by surprise. He got near the blue line. That time did Sorrentino and unleashed a nice shot. Tried to walk the ladder. Anoka content they need to just ice this thing with 26 seconds left in the second period. 7 goals tallied here. They definitely put up a crooked number as Rogers here in this second period in an 8-0 lead overall.
Well, what's been impressive with the Royals is, they just constantly cycle towards that net, and you just don't know who's crashing it. The defensemen are active. This is an impressive team.
Anoka tries to work, unable to clear, holding the zone, putting a shot near the front of the net. And some bodies there as a runner, and now it's worked out for Anoka. Bracketed on the backhand attempt in. Chance near the blue line, trying to regather the puck. Suk up there, but it carries in just as time expires. And at the end of 2 complete, this is an 8-0 lead, Jim, for Rogers. They bring it full throttle, man.
Well, 17 minutes ago, game talking, we were talking 1-0, and Anoka had a chance on a power play. So definitely all Rogers all the time in period number 2. Anoka's got to get on the horses as soon as that puck gets dropped in period number 3.
We'll take a break. We'll come away for this third period. Thanks for joining us. And Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs and QCTV Sports Presentation. Boys High School Hockey third period coming your way. But after 2 complete, it's Rogers with an 8-0 lead over Anoka.
Greetings, dear viewer, on the next episode of Game Sharks. We are wrapping up the year. We're talking about our top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games of the year with a couple honorable mentions as well. We enjoyed this year so much. It was a stacked year. Everybody won when it came to gaming, and we hope that you'll join us for a lengthy discussion to wrap up this year. Until then, take care.
My name is Jess. I own Muddy Paws Doggy Daycare here in Andover. So we do overnight boarding and daycare, and then we also do some light grooming, just baths, nail trims, that kind of stuff. All of the dogs that board with us get to spend their entire day in daycare. They're not kenneled throughout the day. We give breaks and naps and stuff as needed, but for the most part, everybody hangs out in our play area all day long. And then we also, with our daycare program, owners can drop their dogs off and pick them up later in the day. You know, if they are working or have a busy day, or you know, whatever's going on, they just need a break from their dog if they're working from home, which happens sometimes. So yeah, so they hang out, they play. We have a large indoor area, large outdoor area. They're supervised 100% of the time while they're in playtime, and they just get a lot of exercise and socialization, and yeah. I think one of my favorite part about the dogs is when we have a dog that comes in that at first is kind of shy and reserved and not sure of herself or himself, and then, you know, after a short time or a couple days of daycare, they come out of their shell and they find a friend, and they just like, they just become this super happy, you know, they come in and their tail's wagging versus being a little nervous. So that's definitely my favorite part, is just I get really excited when they make that leap into playing and making friends and things like that. I live in Andover. I have 4 daughters and they all attend Andover schools. And so when I was looking to add a second location, I really, really wanted to stick with Andover. It's a growing community. You know, there's tons and tons of kids and families, and usually with kids and families comes dogs. You know, you drive anywhere or walk anywhere, there's always people out walking their dogs. And I just felt like it was just something that the Andover community needed. I have an absolutely amazing staff. I work really hard to find people that share the same passion with the dogs as I do. And they truly do an amazing job. And I can assure you that they take very, very good care of each and every dog that is here, because they do feel so warmly about all of the dogs that do come in. It's just a really great community, full of lots of great people, and I love being able to, you know, go to the gym or go to an event or a sporting event, or just even Walmart, Target, you know, restaurants, and I see people who I take care of their dogs. So it's just so much fun to have that link to where we live, plus having a business here. It just pulls it all together, and I mean, I'm constantly like meeting people that I know, and then they bring their dog here and they're like, oh my gosh, you own this place? It's like, oh yeah. So it's just a fun connection between the community I live in and you know, families and their pets and things like that.
This is what we're doing. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4. We're like barely stepping over, so it's tiny. It's a little bit awkward, all right?
Here in Ramsey since 2018, so we're just over 5 years old. Total square footage is 56,000 square feet. Our middle area where our bathroom's and office eats up about 3,000 square feet. So our actually usable space is about 52 to 53,000 square feet that we are actually in use. So the facility was definitely built to maximize the usable space, because we got to give every square inch to those people that are coming in to use it. In general, the idea of the facility is to accommodate youth activities. That's what the building was built for, is to provide, especially during the winter time, the space needed for basketball, soccer, lacrosse, basically any type of sports training.
Adrenaline Sports Center in Ramsey features 3 70 by 170 new turf fields, as well as 3 50 by 75 sports courts, big enough to welcome all sports.
And then events. The event side of our business is definitely taken off now, where we are filling up a pretty good chunk of May through October with events. We do everything from smaller craft shows. We host the Ramsey Business Expo. All those are, you know, 400 or 500 people with like 50 to 60 vendors. We'll probably do more than 20 total events here in 2023.
Field and court availability varies throughout the year, and rentals for more than 2 hours are welcome as long as they fit into the schedule. Pricing depends on the day, time, and spaces needed.
A lot of our big users, our association users, are multi-year contracts. So they're in here using the same field space, the same court space for multiple years. And then everything else is just kind of done season by season. So we just added a volleyball group last year. A lot of our groups like that do rent the same time, the same dates throughout the entire winter. And then we kind of put a contract together to that. But we also just do regular hourly rentals. We have a lot of groups that just come in, you know, rent court space by the hour or field space by the hour, just when they need it. Everything's pretty much done through me. We actually have 2 websites. We have our AdrenalineSC.com website, which is for the facility in general. And then we actually have a specific events website, which is AdrenalineSCEvents.com. The event website basically lists all the events that are currently scheduled to take place. It's easy to find out how to get things done because you just contact me and I'm happy to work things out.
Champlin Lifetime has been a staple in the community for over 20 years. It's so much more than just a fitness club, it's an experience. Whether you're into cardio, weightlifting, or maybe you just need a relaxing spa day in the sauna, followed by a delicious smoothie in the Life Cafe, Champlin Lifetime has you covered.
You know, what I see a lot from our Champlin members is that they're really excited about, you know, the variety of things that they can do inside the club.
Oh, did I mention the new pickleball courts?
Obviously, pickleball is one of the fastest growing sports in the world right now. We want to bring amenities and programs to our clubs, and we added 3 pickleball courts in there so we can have a better pickleball program for our Champlin residents around here. Obviously, we have what's called open play time. This is where you sign up, you go to the court, and it's just like playing pickup basketball or pickup pickleball that you do at a park in the area here. For people who've never played pickleball before, we also have introduction to pickleball classes, right? So you can learn the rules, learn the scoring, learn how to hit the ball, the different types of shots that you can hit with our pickleball pro, Brad, who's an amazing coach. So I'd recommend anybody checking that out. We have leagues available for our members. We have clinics. We have one-on-one lessons. So all of this is open to all of our members, right? And to do that, to know what the pickleball schedule is, what's going on, when it's going on, download the Lifetime app and log in, go to the pickleball portion of the app, and you can schedule time to be in the pickleball court. So now whether it's free or fee-based, you do need to have a reservation because to preserve the experience out there, we can only have so many people out there at a time. When you talk on the fitness floor, obviously we have state-of-the-art equipment. We have swimming by the pool here, lap swim. We also have basketball. We also have a basketball court there for families, right? We have our child center. We have what's called Parents Night Out. So it's a couple Saturdays a month where you can drop your kids off in the evening and you and your spouse or whoever can go grab dinner, go to a movie, go grocery shopping, just get some time away from the kids, right? As a father of 3, I can appreciate that as well. We offer birthday parties. If you want to have your birthday party here, we have pool parties or gym parties that you can get involved with. And we also have family swim. You know, it's getting to be cold out here in Minnesota. Bring your kids up here and you can do family swim as a family and have a great time there. You know, if you're watching this and you want to see what it's all about, I recommend come on down to the club, right? We do tours all day long. You can sign up online, you can sign up in club. There's no pressure, right? Come check it out, see what you think, and you know, we'll answer any questions you have, and hopefully you'll love it and have a great experience here.
And with the cold season approaching, now is the perfect time to sign up or return. Champlin Lifetime has some very exciting new upgrades on the way.
We were at the first ever hockey game between Anoka and Ramsey, and it's our police associations. And this year, the proceeds are going to the Grubner family, and we hope to do it next year. Very proud of the Ramsey officers who won this year, but everybody had a great time, and we packed the stadium, so that's really what it was all about, bringing everybody out. I believe everybody had a great time. I know I did.
So my cousin, Nick Dahlberg, asked me to come out and play with him, and I had nothing going on this Friday night. I always like hanging out with him and his kids, so I thought it'd be fun to come out and play a little hockey with these guys.
The Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce has been a staple of the cities of Andover, Anoka, Champlin, Coon Rapids, now then Oak Grove, Ramsey, and St. Francis for over 70 years. The Chamber is an invaluable resource for the business community and helps local businesses and business owners connect with their residents, enhance their credibility within the community, and build connections with other businesses. With your Chamber membership, you'll be able to attend networking events, submit articles to the Chamber magazine, be featured on QCTV's monthly program, The Chamber Report, and receive special discounts available only to Chamber members. To join the Chamber, fill out the application form on www.anokaareachamber.com and mail it to mail@anokaareachamber.com or to the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce at 12 Bridge Square, Anoka, Minnesota, 55303.
Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs on this QCTV sports presentation. Thursday night, boys high school hockey coming to you from the Anoka Ice Arena as Anoka plays host to Rogers, and Rogers has been an awful guest tonight. Just rude. They're up 8-0. 7 goals put up. That's a true crooked number in that second period. And currently out shooting Anoka 44-9 on the game, but I tell you, it's been such a downhill game, and that speed is paying dividends and starting to kind of wear down this Anoka squad.
Yeah, close through the first period, and then gas got turned on the second period. You see the Royal schedule coming up. They will be home against White Bear, Spring Lake Park, and Duluth East the next 3 games, and then finishing up with Coon Rapids at Coon Rapids as they finish their Northwest Suburban schedule.
We get a look at Duluth East tomorrow night, Jim, and Champlin Park as the Rebels play host there. Meanwhile, you get a look at the Anoka Tornadoes' remaining schedule. Forest Lake travel to Champlin Park on the 8th, and then take on St. Cloud on the 10th.
Well, that's the Forest Lake will help with the seedings and could actually push them up to a 7 seed, which would be a home game for the Tornadoes in Section 7 when they get into the preliminary play.
Well, 8 goals tonight here for Rogers after 2 complete. We'll go to running time as soon as they drop the puck. But with the Hattie tonight, the hat trick goes to Brandon Swanson already. 3 goals here in this after 2 periods. Picking up 2 goals is Keaton Weiss. I was trying to go over to get an update on him, but nothing just yet. He had 2 goals in that second period alone. But so many contributors. Gertis, he has a goal and 3 assists. Also, Caden Olsen, Jimmy mentioned earlier, he has 3 assists. Another one of the goals came from number 21, Jake Vukic. Picked up a tally. And then also another goal by Parker Deshane. We're underway. It's Anoka, right to left, in those white jersey tops, working it up quickly from that corner. Anoka trying to work it out, but it's sent right back to that far corner again by Rogers. Team that just makes skating look so easy. Icing here as a face-off will come back into the goal. Lafferty. Lauren Lafferty tonight, as I mentioned, 44 shots on goal, and the shots that she has made saves on has just been outstanding. I know that probably sounds silly with an 8-0 lead, but she has seen some BBs, cuts in front, rebounds, but she's had to come up and make some stellar saves, move from one side of the crease to the other. So again, Rogers here, there's a setup. Curtis with this blast here gets a good look and a save made by Lafferty. Again, winding up some more pressure to begin the second period, cutting far side. There was Gertis. Put it out in front, unable to get a tip. Kreckelberg shadowing, unable to hold the zone. Is Gertis, but he deflects that pass back onto the stick of Swanson, who skates in. Near side is Olsen. Unable to hold. Here's a chance if they can get to the puck. Unable to. Gertis lost his edge and then trying to get to the puck for Andover. There was 21 Cedarstrand, but he was obstructed by Gertis when he slid into him. Another rush again. Far side all alone. A Whistler misses the net altogether. Those are ones you got to put on net. Vukic with that look. Rogers back here with the puck at center ice, trying to settle, hops the stick of a couple of the Anoka players, and finally now right on the stick of Wonka. Wonka unable to do anything with it, and now far side here comes Anoka. They put a shot off the backboard, and now working beer up near side. Wonka tries to hit a pass. It hops the stick of Weiss. Good to see him out there again as he took a shot and had to be assisted off the ice. And because that pass was from beyond the red line and hopped the stick of Weiss, it'll be a nice
so Joe, what do you do here? If you're Ted Michulis right now, you've got to keep your team motivated to get through this third period, and I think you try to win the period right now, and that's you've got running time. It's important to just stay ahead, see if you can win on shots, see what you can do just to win this period.
Yeah, I think there's, like you said, Jim, situational momentum. Kind of win the face-off, get to that face-off, and win that, and then win the race to a puck, and just try to target on some progress here. As you mentioned, Ted has certainly had a long year with all those injuries stacking up along with the illnesses. On the point-blank chance here, trying to saucer a pass over, was Anoka trying to hit an open winger in front. Unable to convert. They'll still give chase. That is Ben Carlson trying to get that chase shot. Save is made. Again by Knott. Wyatt Knott going for his third win here tonight. The numbers coming back, trying to get that rocking. Converted there as Balous had a look. It rolls off of his stick near side. Balous will head to the bench for a quick change. Tangled up now, trying to get up fierce. A shot from the near point finds the pad. Lafferty made that save. Rogers dials it back up again. Again, continuing with the pressure. Shot on save. And looking for the rebound with number 13. Some of the players here for Rogers I don't have on the initial line chart, getting some reps here.
Hudson Kottke is number 13.
Face off now on the stick of Anoka, and again they give it up. Shot here low side, pad save made. Had a good look that time, but turned away by Lafferty. That second period, you can't own a second period any more than what Anoka.
No.
You want to talk hit the switch. 44-9 shots on goal in favor of Rogers as we started this third period, and I'm quite certain they're above 50 by now. Shot here comes atop of the face-off circle. Ricochet back, both shots missed the net. Here's a shot right on the doorstep. Nice save. Good traffic, good disruption attempt in front that time by Cedarstrand. A backhand out of the end and now carrying across center ice. Swanson comes back. That's the first line. He's got 3 goals. He has a poke checked off his stick. Back comes Anoka. Anoka loses possession on the turnover. Kreckelberg goes down to the ice, loses the edge, tries to center, but Anoka disrupts that pass and sends it to the corner. Just inside the blue line here, it hops the stick near side of Duchesne. And now it's Rogers forced back to retreat to pick up the puck, and they come out clean after 2 passes. That's the one thing, Jim, you see a lot of, just accurate passes, tape to tape. Now here come the numbers. A chance. 2-on-1 for Anoka. Trying to go low side. They do. Save is made. Trying to get the rebound. Cutting in. Unable to cash in on that big bounce was Dalvang. Good shot. Good opportunity initially there also by Teddy. And this is sent right back out, forcing Rogers.
Well, nice job by Jurtis there. He was able to basically take that 2-on-1 and take the one skater out and allow Knott just to worry about the shooter. And Knott came up with a good save.
To mention Nolan Gertis with a goal and 3 assists on the night. Certainly a stellar. He's beginning to take a look at entertain some of those D1 offers as well. You can see why. Reversing ice, quick maneuver there by Beaver. Comes up the far board, absorbs a check, a backhand that is on net. South of 10 minutes to play. Jim already here in this third period.
Well, it's running time, but we really haven't had too many whistles.
Really, we haven't.
Yeah.
And right on cue.
Yeah.
But it continues to roll 8-0. But right now you're starting to look at, hey, if you're Rogers, let's get completely healthy. Let's also get one of our, somewhat adequate players back from South Korea. And what an outstanding player that kid is. Coming back in Baumgartner, who's with Team USA. And kind of the junior Olympic approach team that they played in South Korea. Team USA won that gold cup, the gold medal down there just a couple of days ago. So you're bringing that juice. You're getting the players healthy. And you've got that defensive blue line who can match with anyone, skate for skate, with the speed and the ability.
Well, Coach Brown talked about how he was going to do some things different to see if he could get the peak of the season through sectionals and into states. And sectionals is the key. You have to get through to win state. You got to get through sectionals, and that section is just it's Murray's Row when you talk about Centennial, Maple Grove, and Champlin Park.
Rogers trying to stack a win after an impressive 4-1 win on Tuesday night versus Stillwater to get back a little win streak here. Meanwhile, Anoka was hoping to come into this game and break a 6-game losing streak. Backhand back and now finds its way to the corner. Getting there first, Nedlin. Haven't heard from Carson Nedlin tonight, number 12. He had 2 goals in their loss to Robbinsdale the other night. He picked up 2 of the 6 goals. Trying to apply some more pressure. This one rolls right on, and Lafferty sticks that out of the way. Stays poised there, under 8 to play. Shot here, a pad kick to the corner. Still Rogers trying to dial up their 9th goal. Anoka gets it to the blue line off the board and puts it right there on the stick. Waiting for it was Olsen. Olsen battles there.
Nice save.
Kicked in. And you can see why Rogers also matched up well against Minnetonka. Minnetonka's got some size. And you look at the size here for Rogers, and defensively Olsen has some good size, as does Gertis and Curtis.
Well, he's a big human. I mean, Olsen's just a big human out there. He's and he's fluid. He's got good speed, and
6'4", 190. So we're headed there. South of 7 to play. Running time, 8-0 lead. 3 goals on the night here for Brendan Swanson. He picked up the hat trick in the second period, late in the second period. 2 goals for Keaton Weiss. Vukic with a goal. Nolan Gertis picked up his 6th goal. He also has 3 assists to go along with that goal. Olsen with 3 assists as well. Parker Duchesne tallied up and dialed up another goal for him on the season. That's 10 goals for him this season. And again for Vukic, he picked up his 5th goal for Rogers. And of course, the one thing about head coach Dave Brown, he's got it in perspective, doesn't he? He's so open and talk to say, you know what? Maybe with this year we kind of learned not to put it all out there. The whole game plan early on this season, we kind of dripped it out and make sure we're playing our best hockey at the end of the season.
Well, he also talked about the leadership and having them figure out kind of not giving them the answers.
Yeah, he said failure. Yeah. Sometimes they need to fail to kind of figure things out. Back here, Rogers again, excellent perspective. 5.5 to play, and
he was proud about his schedule. The fact that
yes,
the amount that they have, the amount of tough teams they have gone against this season which is impressive.
Yeah. Hey, one of those losses. Hey, the Chanhassen tie to Shakopee. lost to Minnetonka, lost to Wayzata just by 2 goals. At Lakeville South, I mean, that's a schedule. That's a tough schedule behind the net here. Anoka trying to get things right. You mentioned, Jim, as we get to the sections here, who knows what can happen. There's a goal that squeaks through from that far point. Wow. Some traffic. And goal number 9 for Rogers.
And that is a JV player that we don't have listed right now.
Do not. So he's
number 22 scores.
More than likely picking up his first career varsity goal. Directed it in from that far point.
That's cool. They're able to celebrate with him.
I just enjoy watching when teammates, show their appreciation and also support there. So you get a lot of ice time. I'll tell you, hockey is one of those sports. 5 a.m. in the morning, and you're getting at it. Those little things are benefit. You've seen some of the younger rosters now partake here in this third period. 9-0 lead for the Rogers squad here. The Royals will be moving to 13-6-2. Alone here, pass backdoor, scores! A nice feed. Beautiful feed. Closing the deal on the goal is Matty Hauser. For Hauser, his 4th, and a beautiful apple. An excellent dime by Wonka.
Well, that's another defenseman scoring. They have been able to add to their season total on points. It's a bit. We knew about it going in, and they have been as impressive as the numbers look like on the sheet.
Double digits now for Rogers. And, if you see Lauren Lafferty tomorrow, you got to buy her whatever she wants.
A Coke or something.
Huge meal, anything.
A bag of ice.
She's got to be drinking. This one just inside the blue line. Shot by Beaver is knocked down by the defense in front by Rogers, giving chase, trying to counter with that pressure is Wonka. Wonka, who just got credited for an assist on the last goal. Good stick work that time. And a chance to pull the trigger on a shot there was Aiden Soley, the junior. Getting it back, top of the face-off circle, launching at it. Kind of getting the end of the stick when that was Falstrom. And that goes into the netting. So, clock continues to move. And the good news is score doesn't. It's 10-0 right now. And 1 goal, Jim. That's all they had in that first period. And they outshot Anoka 17-2. As we started this third period, they had a shots on goal lead of 44-9. And we might be walking close to 60 shots on goal here tonight for Rogers as they lead 10-0 under 2 to play. Anoka tried to battle and get themselves a tornado goal. Across the blue line, setting it up, was waiting for support on that far side, was Cheslock, and now it's sent back, whirling back. Cross ice. Hard pass there, off the stick. The line mate there, and back to Rogers here with 1:20 to go. Again, good clean pass right to the blue line of the forward. And they dump it right in. That was Cheslock, who just kind of dumped it in, fluttered it, pitchfork style, with 1:10 to play. So, mentioned coming up next year for Rogers, they'll take on White Bear Lake, and White Bear Lake has been starting to take it to the next level.
Yeah, they have. So as we get down to the end of the season, Andover and Centennial look like they're going to be battling it out for the championship of the Northwest Suburban. Centennial and Maple Grove still have a matchup, and that could play a little into this, but Andover has, I believe, completed, or they have one more, I think they play Coon Rapids, one more Northwest Suburban Conference matchup.
Andover has surfaced again, number 7, I believe, now in the latest rankings that came out yesterday. Move in, backhand here, deflected in the blue, trying to chip chiseled that thing across, and 15 seconds left. This will be a 10-0 win for the Rogers Royals. An onslaught of pressure here. They haven't moved off of their stick, and Jim, it could have been a lot worse. And I know that's tough, but Lauren Lafferty made some outstanding saves. But also, you saw some great saves by Knott as well in goal, and Wyatt Knott. But hey, this allows right now this win for Rogers to kind of stack some wins and get that streak back going.
And you know, after that first period, they came out firing on all cylinders. They were the team that we kind of expected to see. You know, Anoka still has an opportunity to make some noise in the section, get a win, and get into the quarterfinals. And they've got a couple of tough games ahead of them, but you know, they just got to keep skating and take it one period at a time.
Definitely a speed and space team. Congratulations to the head coach Dave Brown for Rogers. They pick up a 10-0 win tonight over the Anoka Tornadoes. That is the Tornadoes, who fall now to 3-19 on the season, their 7th consecutive loss. And for Rogers, they move to 13-6-2. Hey, thanks everyone. Production, the crew, the team, cameras as well. Great job. Jim Childs, thanks you. Awesome job, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Joe Rulick for the QCTV staff. It's a 10-0 win for Rogers. Thanks for joining us. Have yourself a Major League evening at a minor league price.